Bula, President Obama.
Be the seer, not the seen. And what that means is people generally they live in a point of view where they're constantly focused on how other people are seeing them, rather than how they themselves see other people and the world. And from the Siddha Yoga point of view, a more enlightened approach is to never ever be the seen, because the seen is the ego. The seer is the higher, expansive, luminous self. So, which is a better viewpoint for living your life.
That's what this
call is from a Colorado correctional facility.
And it sounds like you guys are writing from the right place, or at least some of you anyway are writing from the right place. At least you are.
Well, I think all these guys are, because if they weren't, they wouldn't even be writing. Because there's no public here. We're just sharing it amongst ourselves, and sometimes it'll be like a single word, like, hey, here's this word. Now, think about that and write a poem on that.
Oh, wow.
You know, like the last one we did was something I came up with, which was you got to take something and either hold it in your hand and just, meditate on it, sense it, be with it, or think about a time that you have held something in your hand, and then after the experience of remembering it or actually sitting with it, in the present, then you write a poem on that. So it's very interesting what these different people came up with that they were holding in their hands. It's kind of crazy, it runs the gamut. Well, poetry, it depends how you view poetry, whether or not it's something worth reading. And my view of poetry, when it started to really get interesting to me, is when I realized that poetry is it's an attempt to transmit an experience with words, just a pure, raw, undiluted experience, and as few as words as possible.
As I walk out of the dream world to the place where the seer can be seen, I realize that I've been here before. Listen to the voice within the wall. The raw, undiluted experience will echo in my mind and soul forever. The issue is sharing experiences.